see you in this honored room on this fine day. I'm seeing I'm a CEO of Park, Japan, and
PDF으로 전화해서 이걸로 되시나요?
we have several new drug pipeline. Of these, today we will introduce therapeutic candidate for dementia. Just so you know, there are no drug for the treatment of dementia, and there are several types now. And of those, Alzheimer's disease is the most severe and shows highest incidence. That's because it's multi-factorial disease, and we especially focus on crack protein, a pivotal center to regulate cognition, memory, and adult neurogenesis. And then there are some factors that damage nerve cells, such as amyloid beta, tau, inflammation, and oxidation. And there's a neurotransmitter involved in cognition, as the current. And existing therapeutics for dementia is just for temporary system improvement, no genetic cure. But recently, antibodies to remove amyloid beta has been developed, but failed to show the amelioration of symptoms of any dementia types. But in contrast, our core technology takes a pathogenetic approach through a potent crab activation, so that it can slow the progression and even improvement of symptoms of dementia. That is disease modifying slowing therapeutics, DMST. The MOA of our candidate tyrosine derivatives is PKA activator and discovered first in class by us. Here you can see the pathway of memory, cognition, and adult neurogenesis. It starts with cyclic AMP, it activates PKA, and in turn carbon downstream molecules. So indeed, there are in global phase 2 and 3 clinical trials, there's candidates to increase the concentration of cyclic AMP. That's PDE, phosphodiesterase inhibitor. Cause PDE degrade cyclic AMP. So down here you can see 1 micromolar of tyrosine C and D significantly increases PKA, but to the extent of positive control AMX, this PDE inhibitor to the same level, and in turn carbon downstream pathway. Its maximal effective concentration is 40 picomolar. It's one of the most potent drugs ever known among drugs, and it's neuron specific, so it doesn't affect other cells. And it doesn't affect PD activity and cyclic AMP level, which can induce adverse effects. And we analyzed MOU in molecular level, in classical method, and quantum analysis, and classical method in dynamic states in aqueous phase. And what's important is it really enhances neurophysiology, and it doesn't affect any normal or synaptic transmission, but indeed it potentiated long-term memory significantly. As you can see, tyrosine C and D significantly could do it, and positive control AMX 10 micromole. It could enhance long-term memory, but without statistical significance, and it really invigorated the adult neuronal regeneration. 1 micromole tyrosine C and D compared with positive control cyclic AMP physiologic pKa activator 100 micromole compared positive control. It shows a much more potent neuronal proliferation and differentiation. And next we saw it really enhances cognition and memory in Alzheimer model mouse, and we used Morris water maze where there's a orobacin platform, and we put water to the level just above platform, and put mice in, and they want to take rest on platform, and normal mice quickly find platform and take rest, but Alzheimer mice want to, but can't, because it forgot where it is. And our tyrosine significantly shorten the time to find it, and how often they take rest there. Normal mice want to rest as often as possible, but Alzheimer can't. But our drug increase the number, increase the frequency of resting there.
The time is up.
Okay. Then closing remarks. So our compound shows high blood-brain permeability and no toxicity, and it's now being released in Korean market as liquid extracts, and customers are now experiencing recovery of Alzheimer's dementia, including Alzheimer's disease and joint pain. So after 1 month in ingestion, they cast the prosthetic device aside due to no pain, and then 10-year-old diabetic symptoms disappeared to nearly normal level after 2 months ingestion, and it took about 6 months for the cure of Alzheimer's disease, according to the electronic medical record of our Korea University Hospital. After 6 months ingestion, nearly normal level, and the same with the vascular dementia and Parkinson disease. So we are helping people suffering from the loss of deterioration of cognition and memory, joint pain and diabetes and even hair loss. The glittering bald people under the sun, they experience the growth of fine hair, so it doesn't shine anymore under the sun. Okay, thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
So I have a question for you that would you let me know that your research was published in any science article?
Yeah,
Can
Nature,
tell
you know.
also-
Yeah, go on, please. Everybody knows Nature, right? There are many journals in Nature published group, and we also published in Nature Partner Journal with an impact factor 12, and they introduced our paper for the non-professionals to spread the discovery of new therapeutic candidate for dementia. Its title is Alzheimer's disease: promising therapeutic compounds found in plants. It's foreign, but yeah. So from hands-on, I'm determined to spread this, which I failed to do so. It's American Society for Neuroscience, our most esteemed academic society throughout the world, and we presented our result last year. And even Vietnam, you know, I will show you our correlation with Vietnam. Vast, right? And there's some branch and of those Vietnam National Museum of Nature in Hanoi, right? And they try to contact me for research and co-commercialization proposal and contract MOA, especially on the disease. According to what they said, they are the vast people, Vietnamese people, are using fern extract as a remedy for Alzheimer's disease and antiviral agent, including COVID-2 and hair loss. So we contracted MOU, and what they want is to compare the concentration of active ingredients of Vietnamese fern and Korean fern. Any other questions?